Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Miami Marlins. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll here. And today's starting pitcher, Braxton Garrett. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
And it finds its way through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting second, the designated hitter, Bryce.
Here's Harper now, hoping to lock up a home run title down the stretch. He leads the league right now. And a foul ball. Turner gets his lead at first with nobody out. Not close with that one. 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Double play ball to second. One out in the top of the first. And time now for the Phillies lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Nolan Arenado. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And it's 1-1. And that one is inside.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. Getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Center field. Hill moving under this one. And that's the third out. Phillies strand one, and now the Marlins will have a crack at things. Back here with my pal Singy, and today's starting pitcher, Aaron Nola. What should we keep an eye on here?
Almost 2,000 strikeouts in his career, and such a great milestone for him to reach. I think this guy's got a lot more in him. Maybe we'll see 3,000 at some point.
And a swing and a miss. And now one away.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Nola was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. This one lifted in the air, left field. Kepler on his way in. He makes the grab, and there's two down.
Third, the shortstop.
And time now for the Marlins lineup. Not a team that usually sees a lot of pitches or works a ton of walks, Chris. They take a more aggressive approach than some of the other teams in the league.
They definitely have a few free swingers in this lineup, hitters who want to be on the attack, and that's great as long as you got pitches in the zone. But if the pitcher's able to expand the zone, can be very difficult for an offense like this to get going. You've got to somehow draw some walks, put some runners on base so that when you do have those free swingers come up, you can cash in with some runs that are plated.
So man aboard, Austin Wells, the next up for the Marlins. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
No question that he earned that Pitcher of the Month award, Boog. He was just dominant. String together enough of those, and you can expect some other hardware on the mantle.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Back here at Lone Depot Park, new inning getting started. Max Kepler at the plate. Garrett back to work. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Tap foul at the plate. And takes low for ball one.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
And that's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
That ball was blasted, Boog, and as broadcasters, we can go weeks without seeing a ball hit 115 miles per hour, which is what StatCast tells us there. Man, he really got the bat through the zone and did not get cheated.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely smoked. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. In there at the knees. And that is strike one. Castellanos with some impressive production lately. That's out to center field. Hill gets under it. He's there. He's got it. And there's one away. Here's the center fielder, Evan Carter.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
That one pulled foul. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He rewards pitchers when they're working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count.
Myers makes the play. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. Now to the bottom of the second. We're tied, 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now Eric Wagaman. Pitches in there. That's strike one.
Nola's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts throughout the year, Boog. He's got multiple seasons with 200+ Ks and a pitch arsenal that leaves most hitters frustrated as they walk back to the dugout.
The 0-2. Hard hit, right side. Stott over to first in time. Leadoff man retired here in the second. And up next for Miami, Graham Pauley. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Fouled off. He was late. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes. but that's not what that pitch was.
1 out, bases empty. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Stop. And there's 2 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Davison de Los Santos now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Right side. Can't get the glove to this one. It falls in. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
And here is Nick Fortes. No score here in the second. Way out front for strike 2.
No ball, 2 strike.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So a 2-out double, but they don't score. We head on now to the top of the third. No score. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Real Muto.
Out to short. The throw to first. And Real Muto is out.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Bryson Stott.
Bryson Stott now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. And a foul ball. Top of the third, no score. Off the mark there, and it's 2-2. Good job to fight that one off. And he hits a ground ball right side. Throws to first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third. Here's Turner now. He's 1 for 1. Led off the game with a single. Foul ball. That's to third. Slides, but he can't come up with it.
Big knock there to keep the inning alive and an opportunity to put something in the gap and give the Phillies the lead.
Harper.
And now here is Harper. So here's the guy that is, I think, right now the favorite to win the National League MVP. That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Fielder, Garrett Hill.
And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Little chopper rolls foul. Fights it off. He'll see another. That one the other way. Makes the catch. 1 down.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Myers batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Foul ball there. And down on strikes he goes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
And at the plate for Miami, Jacob Marcy. Marcy, in his rookie season, 23 years old. And he was a 6th-round draft pick in 2022. 2 outs, base is empty. On the ground, right side. Stop. Tosses to first. 3 up, 3 down. Inning over. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 3 innings complete. No score. And we're back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Alec Bohm. Slice the other way and foul.
Well, these Phillies definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time, and that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Back foot slider ties him up, struck him out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. That's inside. Arenado working through some struggles lately.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
Sneaks through, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting.
So digging in, Max Kepler. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swung on, belted. Way back there. Leaping, and it's gone. His 27th home run of the season, and they add a pair. It's 2-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
1 out, base is empty. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting. The center fielder.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Evan Carter. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a line drive, and that one's a base hit out into left center field. Castellanos headed for third. In there safely.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
In the air to left center. Hill pulls it down. Runner tags for home. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Back here in Miami, bottom of the 4th, and now Xavier Edwards. Ground ball up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Austin Wells, the next up for the Marlins. Runner on the move. Strike in there. Real Muto throws, not in time. It's a stolen base.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
In time to Bohm. One out in the bottom of the fourth.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Out to short. Turner with the throw to first, but they cut it to one as the run comes in. Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins. Clips the corner. Strike one. Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. To third, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Davison de los Santos, the next up for the Marlins. And there's the strike. And fouled off. Pauley stands at second with two gone. Got him swinging.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off
a
for
pitcher's duel so
the second
far. Here's how the starters have
baseman,
performed up to this point. Garrett back to work. And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-0.
You know, these Phils, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've launched 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Makes the grab, one away. Trey Turner now. He's 2 for 2.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Trey Turner.
On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out. Bryce Harper to the plate.
Batter,
He's
3,
grounded out a couple of
designated
times.
hitter, Bryce Harper.
On the ground to first. De Los Santos takes it to the bag, and the Phillies are set down in order. Down quick. We head to the bottom of the fifth, and now the DH, Nick Fortes.
Nick Fortes.
Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. He keeps his composure, and they get the out.
Great job by the second baseman right there. Quick reaction to dive, knock that ball down, and big leaguers just don't panic, not the good ones. He gets up, makes the play, really good throw over to first base. That's the kind of composure that you want to see from a guy in that position.
Here's a high chopper. Boom. Goes on to first. Out on a bang-bang play. Dane Myers getting ready to hit.
Dane Myers.
On the corner for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Stays alive. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. Cut on and miss, struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Miami down in order. And our score remains 2-1.
Pitching
Righty reliever out of the pen, George Soriano.
62.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that one hammered. And it hops over the wall for an automatic
Up
double.
next for Philadelphia.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next hitter to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Here's Nolan Arenado. And the first
That's the
pitch
ball.
misses for ball one. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Man at second. Ripped on a line to center. Hill snags it. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Now batting, left fielder Max Kepler.
And a swing and a miss there.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Got him swinging. That's out number 2. So 2 down now, and here is Nick Castellanos. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Boom. On third with 2 out. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. No runs, 1 hit, a double. Back here at Lone Depot Park, bottom of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Jacob Marcy. And he takes a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And that one fouled off. 0-2 now. And a good eye there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Next offering upstairs.
Tough take right there. He swings at that more often than not.
And a swing and a miss. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. And up next for Miami, Xavier Edwards.
Shortstop, Xavier Edwards.
On the ground to short, Turner. Tosses across to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Wells, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
2 balls. No
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And that drops in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And that one fouled off. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. Nothing doing here this half. 7th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 2 and the Marlins 1. Declan Cronin gets the ball now.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Evan Carter. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Anthony Bender appears to be getting loose. Fauché warming up as well. Here comes the 0-1. And that is out of play.
Ball one.
That one misses. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Here comes Real Muto, having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. First
One
offering
ball,
misses
no strike.
badly for ball one. Six straight outside the strike zone. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
The pitch. And that's outside.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
And ball four, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
First and second, no outs. This is Bryson Stott. 0 for 2 in this one. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
First and second here, no outs. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. One and two now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That misses, and the count is 2-2. In the air, out towards left center. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
The batter,
Trey Turner with a chance now.
Trey Turner.
Yeah, that's fouled off. This one popped up right side, and it drops in. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away. Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Declan Cronin departs, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. New arm out of the bullpen, Jesus Tinoco.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
So here is Bryce Harper, and fouled off. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Off the mark there, and the count even 1-1.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Nope. Ball 2.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
And that one fouled off.
just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Missing inside, and now 3-2.
That's a really good take.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
Man, that looked to be in the strike zone right there. That's a tough one to have go against you and force in a run.
So bases all loaded up, and now it's Alec Bohm. Golden opportunity right here. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. Real Muto, the runner at third. Turner on second. Harper at first. One gone. That one's in there, and the count 1-1. That one is absolutely belted. And no one can run it down. Real Muto in to score. Here comes Harper around third. He's safe. And they clear the bases.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. One out, runner at second. Here's Nolan Arenado. One out and a runner at second here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's back there. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. It's 8-1.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Jesus Tinoco done for the day, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher.
Now pitching for
New pitcher on here, Anthony Bender.
number 37.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Now it's going to be Nick Castellanos. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone.
Ah, that's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. They bring 9 to the plate, and 6 come around to score. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Phillies 8 and the Marlins 1. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, one of the biggest ways the game has changed, bullpen arms. So many elite level bullpen arms.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm not playing anymore. I mean, it's just a nightmare. When that door swings open out of the bullpen, you know what's coming in is 95 and above with at least one nasty pitch.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. The other component is you get less viewings of a specific pitcher. So your ability to go to school on one guy, you maybe get 2 looks at him and then he's gone.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys utilize the iPads and try to see previous footage of that pitcher, but it's just not the same as
Now
having an
back,
actual
second
look.
baseman.
So up next, Graham Pauley.
Paulie.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike
No
one.
ball. One strike.
That one pushed to the left and foul. Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the seventh. That one drilled left field. That's back. Makes the catch gliding onto the warning track.
Thought that was a no-doubter.
Now back,
Like the wind
first
was
baseman,
holding that in this
Davison.
ballpark.
De Los Santos.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Davison de Los Santos. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1.
That one's in there, and it's 0-2.
Boog, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Ball one.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
On the ground, Trey Turner gloves it. On the run, sends it over to first. Got him. Nice play. And 1-2-3 go the Marlins. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming
Leading
schedule.
off for the Phillies, the center fielder, Evan Carter.
And first offering is fouled off. He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark. But obviously, out of the bullpen, you're looking to limit home runs.
Yeah.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Hauls it in on the warning track.
Man, he hammered that one to center. I thought it was out of here,
Now
but
back.
wind just absolutely killed it.
Here's JT Realmuto. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Next offering misses down and away. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Realmuto leads off first with 1 away. This to third. It's in and out of his glove. There's one.
Well, that was clearly a double play ball, but the bobble unfortunately prevented him from being able to get 2. But a good job to stay with it and make sure you got at least 1.
Here's Trey Turner. And there's a strike.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Out at second. That ends the inning.
Well, trying to get in the scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way.
And we're back.
Lead
Now
off
here
for the
is
Marlins,
Nick
the
Fortes.
designated hitter, Nick
Nola back to work.
Fortes.
There's a strike. Nola still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
And a ground ball to first. And he handles it himself for the out. Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Here's the left fielder, Dane Myers.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
No ball. One strike.
Man,
Oh,
he is just dialed in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Castellanos ranges back. Gone! He leaves the yard to right. It's 8-2.
That's an incredible job of letting that breaking ball get deep, trusting your hands, and driving it out the other way. That's how you practice it in the cage. Incredible when you can translate it into the ball game.
Marcy in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Late on that fastball.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Marcy checks his swing. Appeal down to third. No swing. He held up. Darryl Parker with the call there. Swings and misses. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout. One for the Marlins on the solo shot. And this is now an 8-2 ball game. You're watching. And welcome back to the ballpark. Trey Turner at the plate. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And that's strike 1. Movement in the bullpen. Max Meyer, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Povich, a left-hander, also throwing. And it falls. And a good start to the inning. And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate. Swinging a foul straight back. Line drive, and that's a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Back-to-back base hits.
Now
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Now at the plate, Alec Bohm. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Turner, the lead runner at second. Harper at first with no outs. Liner, base hit. They hold him at third base, and now the bases are loaded.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Arenado in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call timeout.
Ground ball could be 2. Wagaman to second. Offline, he's safe, and a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
Well, they had the chance at turning 2 right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the balls. He tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
So digging in, Max Kepler, and everyone is thinking the same thing right now.
Yeah, they're thinking, will he do it again? He's already homered twice, and most recently in the 7th. This guy's left a huge mark on this game.
As well as on the baseball. Substitution now at first base. Pinch running here. Weston Wilson.
Weston Wilson.
And there's a ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you get a broken bat.
Hauls it in for the out.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Fought off foul. 2 on, 2 outs. And it's fouled away. Here's the 0-2. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. High of the order, 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Phillies 9 and the Marlins 2.
Now pitching for
Back
Philadelphia.
now as they hand the ball to a fresh
Number
arm to
26.
start the bottom of the 9th. Matt Strom.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
Strom measures 6 feet 2 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and occasionally uses a cutter. And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Right through there for a strike. That one down the line, and foul ball. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. And there's 2 away. And at the plate for Miami, Eric Wagaman. That one misses. 1-0. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. That clips the zone, and now it's even 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strike.
This could end it. That one at 95 missed up top, and it's 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Got him, and that's the ball game.
That was a pretty close one until that huge 7th inning really turned things around. The bats just caught on fire, and it seemed like nobody could make it out. Put a lot of runs up, and that propelled them to the win.
This one ends the final 9-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.